That's better. Hey, how are you? How are you? Greetings from Dallas. Hey, Dallas. Let me know in the comments where you are watching from because I would love to know, and I'm going to send this out to some amazing people. I never know where I can, how to share this thing. Never do it right. Oh, there it is. Let me know where you're watching from in the comments. I hope that you are well on today. I hope that you are well. Today we're going to be talking about the seduction of sales. So, and I'm going to be going into a real process. A lot of people talk about you attracting the wrong type of client, but they don't tell you your position in it and why you're attracting the wrong type of client or person or man or partner, because of course y'all know the stuff that I teach you can utilize in life, business, and in relationships. So if you're having an issue with attraction, I'm going to support you today on a huge level. So come on in and let me know where you're watching from as I am sending these out. I hope that y'all are well on this good day. Hey, Detroit. All right. So we're going to be talking about, hey, Dallas, we're going to be talking about, hey, Vegas. We're going to be talking about femme fatale, mastering the art of seductive sales for a six-figure sacred success. This is for women who want to earn high in their business, or for women who are earning high in their business, but they're noticing that they're starting to attract the wrong type of people, whether it is a friend, whether it is a man, whether it is a client. I'm going to help you get down to the bottom of seduction today, because as a feminine woman, and as a woman specifically, hey, my love, as a woman, you should understand seduction from a high level. And I think it's time that we really start talking about seduction from a high level by first understanding what seduction even means. Seduction, by definition, and there are several definitions, but the one that I'm going to zone in on today is that seduction means that you attract powerfully, or you powerfully attract. And so I think it's really, really important to get down to the bottom of what you are attracting into your life, because it's a very powerful experience. And so we want to get to the root of that. I'm going to drop a TikTok about it. But here are the things that I'm going to cover today. I'm going to go into what you're doing and why you keep seducing the wrong type of client. I'm telling y'all, disclaimer. You can use this in business. You can use this with the opposite sex. You can use this across the board if you simply pay attention to what I'm going to give you. I'm slick by to give you a mini masterclass in how to seduce, meaning how to literally get what you want. I'm talking about this can happen from a client perspective. This can happen when it comes down to a man, but it's all about understanding how you seduce as a woman. And so I'm going to break that down. So again, we're talking about femme fatale alchemy, where I am teaching you how to master the art of seductive sales for six-figure sacred success. So if you want to use this to make money, it's going to be amazing. If you want to use it in your life to attract better partners, it's going to be amazing. If you want to use it to attract better friendships, it's going to be amazing, okay? For those who do not know me, my name is Elle Antoinette. And I'm a feminine business strategist. And so what I do is that I support my amazing clients by guiding them in the process of mastering their authentic feminine design, creating seamless income for themselves, as well as being able to do their work from anywhere in the entire world remotely. And so what I do for myself is that I'm a digital nomad. I work from anywhere in the entire world. I work about 15 to 20 hours a week. I clock about 5 figures a month, and you can do the same too. So I literally teach women what I am doing and how they can do it in a way that's authentic to themselves, so that they can really start living the life that they really, really desire and the life that they truly, truly want. Hey, my love. And so today we're going to get into the whole seduction piece of it and how it works. So if you are attracting the wrong type of man, if you are attracting the wrong type of client, if you consistently are attracting the wrong type of friendships or people into your life, I'm going to help you get to the bottom of that today so you can stop doing it, okay? All right, before I get into that, I need you to understand 3 key elements. I need you to understand 4, actually. I need you to understand that you are currency. You are time, energy, attention, and money. So if you lack any of these things, you have to ask yourself why. Because you were given all of these things during the process of creation. During creation, you were given a great amount of time for you to be able to execute all the things you're supposed to execute. During creation, you were given a multitude of energy. It is your responsibility to manage your energy. When you mismanage your energy, you tend to feel like somebody owes you something. Mismanaging your energy looks like being a people pleaser. It looks like always being the person to always say yes when you really need to be saying no. It's because you don't really understand the power of your energy, therefore you don't protect it, okay? So you need to understand that you are energy. Hey, my love. And that you should be your favorite subject to study next to the one that created you, because you are literally beautifully and wonderfully made. And just like there are amazing people on this earth, there are people who are waiting around wanting someone of your caliber to come by just so they can drain that energy from you. This is why you need to be very protective of it. You need to be aware of it so that you can protect yourself like it tells you to do in Proverbs 4:23. It literally breaks down and tells you to guard your heart above everything else, because from it springs the flow of life, okay? And there is such a thing called broken heart syndrome that you literally will die from, because you keep putting yourself in positions to get your own heart broken, whether that's in relationships, whether that's putting your 100% trust and fullness into other people. You break your own heart by doing these things, okay? Understand the power of your energy. You are also attention. You don't have a focus issue. The reason why my clients are able to jump from making 3 figures a month to making 5 figures in less than 30 days is because I teach them to shift their attention. Attention is the highest form of currency in this society, which is why they like to play on your mind with bad programming, with fear-mongering programming, and telling you all these things are happening around you, giving you a narrative so that you can scare yourself. Because they understand when you put your body in a state of fear, it weakens your immune system, it makes you more susceptible to illness, it literally makes you sick. So when you shift your attention and focus on things that are elevating, things that are above, like it tells you to do in Colossians, you begin to see how you can manifest things extremely quicker, extremely faster. I keep explaining to people that in 2024, there's going to be a line drawn with women. They're going to be the women who are seeking mastery, and then there are also going to be the women who are in a space of mediocrity. Those women are going to be continuing focusing their mind on, do men still do this? Why do I have to go 50-50? They're still going to be having those type of arguments at the mediocre level of what 2024 is going to be looking like. The mastery level of 2024, those women are going to be manifesting the lives that they truly want. It's going to be a lot of people that come out of 2024 millionaires and make a whole lot of money. Just watch. Remember, I told you this December 2024, 2023. It's going to be completely insane with a lot of stuff that's happening and shocking us next year. But it's also going to be a lot of people who come out of that at the next level. So if you are not in a space of mastery, you're not going to make it, and you're still going to be having these conversations about do men steal, while the women up here will actually be experiencing the men that still do these things, or the men who actually have no problem identifying and understanding themselves in their positions. Like, women are not going to be having these type of conversations. So please get yourself in a space of mastery by mastering your attention. Stop focusing on all of this type of foolishness, okay? You are also money. When I say that you are money, you have creative and witty inventions in your very being, according to Proverbs 8:12, okay? It literally tells you that there's no reason why you should be broke. There's no reason why you should be scamming, whoring yourself out for money, because you literally have money on the inside of you. It is up to you to remove all of the junk and the bad programming that says that you can't operate in the frequency of getting these things done, okay? You can create income for yourself. As a woman, I just sent something to my very introverted and paid membership. I literally said, this is how you can turn a $50 ebook into $1,000 before the year ends. And I sent them an entire breakdown on how they can do that. When you really think about this, all you need is 20 people to buy that $50 ebook from you. You don't need a lot of people to buy in. You need 50 people to buy in. I'm sorry, you need 20 people to buy into your $50 ebook. It's not hard for you to be able to create income for yourself. You're not thinking, you're not tapped in. And because you're not tapped in, you're not creating income for yourself. Therefore, you're not seeing yourself ascend and elevate. That's why you feel like you need to scam for money. That's why you feel like you need to work extremely hard and hustle yourself into the ground for money. That's why you feel like you need to be with men so they can give you money because you don't feel like you can do it on your own. I'm going to put you on game when it comes down to men and money. Men really love women who know how to get their own money. Men really love providing for women who understand and know how to get their own money. They actually will almost give you whatever it is that you're looking for. Okay? Because you understand that it's not that you need the money, but it's that you enjoy being provided for and that this person actually wants to do it for you. Why? Let me make this easier for you. Because I see what you're doing. Okay? I didn't tell them the ebook. I broke down specifically when I gave them that formula, an ebook on the subject that they are expert at. So I work a process with them in that. So you'd have to be a part of the membership to know exactly what that would look like. But I need you to understand that money is made up of 75% cotton, 25% linen. It has no true authentic value. And as you see, the dollar keeps going down, 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 down in value. The true understanding is that you are the money. You are the money. You are the one that creates. You're the one that makes this happen. And to be 100% honest, if you don't believe that you're the money, you are literally the person who is buying, who is the consuming. They know that you are the consumer. They know that you are the money. You're going to spend money and you're going to work to be able to get money instead of creating money, because that's the system that they've taught you. Go to school, go work for somebody, get a really good job, go build the American dream. And everybody has gone to do that. And now they realize that the American dream is a nightmare. And it was a one big lie. And because it was one big lie, now people are feeling like they're in this rat race to where they feel like they have to work and they have to get money. When in reality, all you have to do is create money because you have creative and witty inventions in your very being. But if you don't understand that, you won't tap into that. And when you don't tap into that, you don't create new opportunities for yourself and you feel stuck. You feel exhausted, you feel sad, and this is how you end up staying in spaces that don't support you. And if you're doing that at your job, you're not going to convince me that you standing up and standing on business and relationships. No, you're not. Because you won't stand up for your own self enough to create the reality that you want. So you mean to tell me you're not creating the reality you want, but you're creating the relationship that you want? You are lying to yourself. The first order of business is understanding that you are high-level currency. Before you can create anything, you have to know that about yourself. Put in the comments for me, I am high-level currency. I need you to know that you are time, you are energy, you are attention, and you are money. Those things are high-level currency because those things are within you. You don't even have to do anything but just stand there, and you're still going to be made up of amazing time, energy, attention, and money. That's literally in your DNA. It's in your makeup. So put in the comments for me, I am high-level currency. And once you put that in the comments, I'm going to run into this next little phase of it. You got to understand that your belief impacts your biology, and your biology influences the way that you behave. Whatever you believe about yourself is what the body is going to do and the behavior is going to be exhibit. If you say I want to lose weight and I can lose weight, the body's going to eat right. The body's going to come into agreement with working out. You are going to yield results of a woman who has been working out. It's just that simple. Thank you so much for these gifts. It's literally just that simple. Okay? So it's very important for you to understand that about yourself. Whatever it is that you believe about yourself is your reality. If you believe all men are trash, then guess what? Your reality is that the men who come into your existence are trash. I don't have that reality. The men who come into my reality support me very well. The men who come into my reality provide a multitude of things to me. The men who come into my reality protect me. The men who come into my reality ask me what I need. The men that come into my reality pay attention to me when I'm in their presence. Like, all of these things are very important to me. And this is what I tell myself. Because why? because the Most High said he's going to take care of me anyway. So you don't think he's going to send human vessels to actually be there to take care of me? So one of the affirmations I say before I leave my home is that everywhere I go, there's a man ready and willing to take care of me and to support me. And that's my reality, whether he's opening doors for me, whether he is giving me a word, whatever it is, there's someone out there that is ready and willing to support me at all times. That is my belief, and therefore that is my reality. Especially because I'm a digital nomad. I travel throughout the country. I travel out of the country, and everywhere I go, when I am alone or whatever, there's always someone that I am meeting that comes to support me, while I am never to myself. So I'm telling you, even women who are interested in doing the digital nomad journey, who are afraid, 49% of digital nomads, of the percentage, are women. And they are doing this thing alone, and they're making six figures. I'm one of them. So you can do this. You can have your freedom. You can live a life that you really, really want. But you have to start making some different decisions by elevating your belief, okay? So the next thing you need to understand is that there's a 3-part success strategy system that I teach and I live by. Number 1 is obedience to spiritual law. Let me tell you something. I would not be successful in my business if I did not obey spiritual law. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to front with you. I'm not going to make it seem like it's less than what it is. Obedience to scripture is very vital and very important to me in my life. Extremely, extremely important and extremely vital. I took that very serious. My business is completely built around it. So when I say obedience to spiritual law, that looks like understanding laws. Laws such as God is not mocked. Whatever a man sows, you're going to reap. If you don't sow value in your business or in the world, you're not going to get a return from the world of value. You're not going to get that. People are not going to buy into your products or your services, which I'm going to talk about that because we're talking about mastering the art of seductive sales. But people are not going to buy into stuff when you cheap. See, this is what y'all be wanting. And I'm going to be real with you. God is not mocked, for whatever man sows, you're going to reap. You can't be trying to be cheap and then call yourself a business owner. Business owners have investor mindsets. Business owners have abundant mindsets. Business owners who are believers understand that abundance is their birthright. So they're never worried about a client paying them. They're more worried about being in alignment with the Almighty, because the Most High is my boss. I was telling somebody the other day, clients don't pay me. The Most High pays me, because the Most High is my employer, because the Most High is my creator. No, I am unemployable. Nobody else can employ me. I am employed. And when I got here to this earth, and I need you to understand that reality too. When you got to this earth, you came here on assignment. You had a job. You decided to go get another one because somebody told you that the job you had wasn't good enough. As a writer, as a coach, as a consultant, you ain't going to make no money from that. And that's why you sitting at that job stressed out. And that's why you over there looking crazy. And you can't get free. And you're not oozing feminine energy because you weren't obeying spiritual law. You didn't understand that there are creative and witty inventions in your very being. You didn't get that. So therefore, you didn't follow directions. So this is the result of your life. Violations of spiritual law. The second thing is understanding the science of yourself, as well as understanding the science of everything else around you. Let me be very clear. As a woman, there's an aesthetic and there's an art. Today, I'm teaching the art of seductive sales. If you work with me privately, you get the science, meaning you get the process of it all, the depth of it. What you have to understand is that there is an art and a science to women, to femininity. There's an art and a science to masculinity. There's an art and a science to children. Okay? We don't understand the science of ourselves. Therefore, we wonder why we can't have effective chemistry with other men. Okay? Or with men. If you don't understand your own scientific makeup, you as a woman literally are 4 different women during the month. You have 4 phases in your menstrual cycle: luteal, follicular, menstrual, and ovulation. You literally are switching moods in between there. You're changing. But because you don't understand that, you think that you are a moody woman, so you take pain pills instead of connecting with the women that are within you and who you turn into these months. That's why you're at war with other people. See, that's why other people think that you are moody. They think you PMS and they think you have attitude, when the truth is you are disconnected from your womb. You are disconnected from your womb. You are disconnected from your intuition. You are disconnected from your body. You do not understand how your body operates, so you fight against it. Therefore, you have confusion. That's why you feel confused. That's why your period feels like it's attacking you. You do understand that heavy and painful periods are not normal. I know they told us that. I know they sold us that. And what you have to understand is they sold us that in order to get us to buy into certain systems and certain things, instead of teaching us how to live according to our feminine design, which is what I teach. See, when you understand the science of yourself instead of just the aesthetic of being a pretty woman or just being a woman, the makeup and the dressing and all that type of stuff, when you understand the science of how you operate and you lean into the science of how you operate, guess what happens? You understand how your chemical energy operates, and you can align yourself with the proper other chemical energy in a man so you guys can actually have real chemistry. See, you're wondering why you thought you had chemistry when in reality you didn't, because let's have a high school chemistry lesson real quick. We do remember that if we put the wrong chemical and the wrong chemical together, we do cause an explosion, right? Y'all remember that? That's what's happening in your life. That's what's happening in your relationships. That's what's happening in your friendships, because you don't understand the science of yourself. You're literally linking up with people who are literally sent there to destroy you, all because you don't understand how you operate. And when you add other foreign objects into your body, it throws off your chemistry. Y'all can take it how you want and say what you want. I'm telling you as a woman, hey, my love, I'm telling you as a woman who was on birth control for 4 years. Birth control, when it goes into your body, it is a false hormone. See, what you have to remember is that everything is a derivative and a mimic of what the Most High created. You have a natural hormone within your body that alerts you and that keeps you balanced. You have hormones that keep you in this space. When you add a false hormone, such as birth control, it throws off your attraction. See, let's get into it. See, you thought you wanted him, but you really was on birth control, which gave you a false hormone within your body, which made you feel something in reality that you really did not feel, because it throws off the science of your actual body. And I'm telling you what I know. I'm telling you what I know. I'm telling you what I've experienced. I'm telling you what I see all the time in my clients. And I'm telling you as a woman who spent 20 years with an irregular cycle, who took 6 months of listening to the Most High. And my cycle has been coming consistently for the last 7 years. So you're not talking to somebody who new to this. You're talking to someone who's very true to it. So when I say understanding the science of yourself, baby, I couldn't ooze an ounce of feminine energy when I was out of sync with my womb. I couldn't attract a healthy man because I couldn't see one when I was disconnected from my womb. I couldn't recognize the masculine support that I already had around me and didn't even know how to utilize it because I was so disconnected from my womb. Because I had really felt and fed into the programming that said I had to do more to be more. I had to work twice as hard, not realizing that when you are working twice as hard, you are working twice as hard against your body. You're working twice as hard against your womb. Your reproductive system, your womb, is your internal GPS. She is letting you know where you at. If you have no blood flow, that means you need to stop. That means what you are currently doing right now needs to cease. And we need to do a reset. But if you don't understand the science of yourself, you won't understand the science of men, which is why you'll get offended when men do something that men do. But because you don't understand what women do scientifically, you too busy trying to do what men do, and then the men are running from you. And that's your friends, and that's your potential partners, and that's any man that actually wants to support you, because you don't know how to recognize support because you don't support yourself. And you can't support yourself if you don't understand how you operate. So, number 2, understanding the science of yourself and understanding the science of everything else around you, including what you say you want, which is men. Let me also explain to you, too, you are connected to the elements of the earth, whether you want to get over it, whether you want to just be like, oh, no, you're connected to the heat, to the air, to the fire, to the air, to the water, to the earth. All of these things make up your actual body. So you're not disconnected from the earth. Women who are disconnected from the earth 9 times out of 10 are disconnected from themselves, because you would realize and understand and recognize every time you go to sit by water how calm your body is. How you just seem to calm down. That's because what is within you is being displayed before you. And literally providing you a living example of you. Water is feminine, powerful, sometimes chaotic. sometimes calm. You have to understand all of these things make up you. Understanding the science of yourself and understanding the science of everything else around you. Third part of this success strategy is knowing your personal psychology. Let me tell you something. Why you judging your mama, your grandma, and all these people for the men that they chose and the decisions that they make, you're not going to be able to ooze feminine energy from a vessel that's unforgiving. Feminine is an energy. It's an energetic experience. It's a design. It's spiritual. It's scientific. It's psychological. Okay? If you don't understand your personal psychology, if you look at the women that came before you with judgment, instead of paying attention to the cycles that they endured and trying to close the gaps to make sure that you don't repeat them, you will fall into the same traps that they did. Because I've never seen an apple tree come from an orange tree. Now pick somebody else to play with. I've never seen a lemon come from an orange tree. You are not different from the people who came before you. It is your responsibility. You are recognizing the things that caused your family issues, and you are closing those doors so they don't block you on your way to success. Because I'm going to tell you something right now. See, this is where we mess up at. And I didn't even know I was going to go here. I'm going to tell you where we mess up as women. You got all this judgment for your mama. You got all this judgment for your auntie and all the women in your family. They just do, and I'm not doing all this. I'm not going through all that. Da, 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 da. And you spend all your life trying to prove that you are so much better than them. So you go get your degrees, you go get your business, you go start all this, you go get all your salary. But guess what? You can't find yourself anyone that you can have a real relationship with because you're constantly trying to keep them around because you're trying to prove a point. See, this is how a lot of women stay in marriages that are terrible for them because they don't want to look like their parents. I don't want to be divorced. Like, I don't want to be like my mama. But you end up doing exactly what she did. You're doing exactly what she did. All because you chose to judge her instead of seeing her, understanding her. So you don't repeat it. See, when you don't study history, it repeats itself. And see, a lot of people are very shocked about what's happening in this world right now. I'm not shocked at all. And if you are a believer, you should not be shocked about what's happening in this world at all. Why? Because history repeats itself. Any king, every single king has met their fall coming up against the Most High. Every single last one of them. You think this country gonna get off? Okay then. History repeats itself. Know your personal psychology so you don't repeat it. Again, 3-part success strategy system that has gotten me to the space of being able to create a 6-figure business, got me to the space where I've helped my clients go from 5 figures to 6, and helped my other clients go from 6 to multi-6. Obedience to spiritual law, understanding the science of yourself, as well as knowing your personal psychology so that you don't repeat it. Those are the things that are going to keep you sustaining your success. Because it's trauma from the past that get people caught up in repetitive cycles because you don't know your personal psychology. It's the science, or not understanding the science of yourself that taught you to work hard and become a female hustler. Why you would call yourself that, I don't know. Because hustle by definition means to steal. To hustle means to steal from you. It steals from you. It steals your time, energy, your attention. It grinds you into the ground. But that's what happens when you don't understand the science of yourself. You overwork yourself. When you don't obey spiritual law, you create environments and situations for yourself that turn into cycles of toxicity, all because you don't want to get to know what law is, with the law. You don't want to obey law. All of these things make a huge difference. And if you don't believe me, take that success strategy that I just gave you and compare it to any celebrity. And I'm giving you game. Take that success strategy system I just gave you, obedience to spiritual law, understanding the science of yourself and understanding the science of everything else around you, and knowing your personal psychology. Take every celebrity right now that's in a huge scandal and put them before me and put that success strategy up. You will find they violated at least one of those, and that's why they're in the position they're in right now. If you just pay attention, you will see that is how they lost their businesses. That is how they losing their money, their deals. Because I'm going to tell you something, baby. This world is going to offer you 3 things in exchange for your soul. 3 key things when you hit a certain element. They're going to put your vices in front of you. They want to see if you can't control yourself. So they're going to see if you power hungry. Because they know if you power hungry, you're going to abuse power, which is a violation of law. They know if you can't control your loins, that means you got easy access to getting it. That means that if you a power deviant and you got access to being able to have with people, then guess what? Those two things combined, ooh wee. And then you have the money element. So let's just see what you're willing to do for how much we're willing to give you. But see, you do these things when you don't know that you're money yourself. See, you do things for money when you don't know you the money. You do things for money when you don't know you're the money. And if you don't believe me, let's use another example real quick. Everyone loves the NFL. Everyone loves football, right? We love football. And we love to talk about how much the players are making in football. But they ain't making no real money in comparison to the coaches. But the coaches ain't making no real money in comparison to the owners who absolutely never even touch the field. Okay? Yeah. Follow the trail. Follow the trail. You'll see. You'll see. What I teach my clients is how to stay in business for longevity purposes. And the way you do that is by being authentic, because being authentic, being original, being unique, the unique, beautifully, wonderfully made woman that you are is going to get you in the door. But your character, which is that 3-part success strategy system I just taught you, that's what's going to keep you in the door though. Getting in the door is cool, but the ability to be able to sustain and stand there with your dignity is a different kind of flex. And see, everybody can't do that. That's the 3-part success strategy system. Now that I've given y'all that, let me go ahead and give y'all this information, what I've really came to get y'all. So I've given y'all a little. So let me give you the chef's kiss. We are here to discuss femme fatale alchemy, which is mastering the art of seductive sales, so that you can have 6-figure sacred success. Now let's talk about the key things that are happening. I'm going to go over what's really happening. This is really good for people who keep attracting the wrong type of people in their life. I don't care if it's a man. I don't care if it's clients. I don't care if it's friends. If you listen closely and you apply this on all levels, I'm telling you, come back and see me when it works. Don't get this information and then go use it and then try to act like you did that. Come back and tell me, because I want to know. Because I like when y'all get results, okay? So don't be being cheeky. Don't be out here lying like you just knew that like yesterday, because you didn't, and then people going to know you lying, and the Most High is watching, so stop playing, okay? All right. So let's go ahead and get into the first thing. We talked about seduction. A lot of people will say things like, oh, I just keep attracting the wrong type of man, or, I don't know why I keep attracting these type of people. I don't know why these draining clients keep coming away. I keep attracting these draining friends. They just want to come and drain me. I'm so tired. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into what exactly is happening in that space of why these people keep coming to you. It's not, a part of it is the attraction part, but you're seducing these people. You're seducing them. If you keep attracting men who cheat on you, you're seducing cheaters. And if you keep attracting people who prey on you, you're attracting people who prey on you. Okay? You're seducing these people. So let's get into what seduction looks like. Seduction is, by definition, again, it means to attract powerfully or to powerfully attract. Attraction, when you think about it, I'm going to give you attraction from a spiritual perspective, a scientific perspective, and a psychological perspective. So I'm going to give you all three. And again, you can apply this to life, business, and relationships, okay? So the first thing that you have to understand when it comes down to attraction, I used to sell an attraction bundle earlier this year, teaching women how to attract and how attraction really, really works. I still have it in the vault somewhere. Attraction simply works like this. Attraction works before you leave your house. People think that attraction is, when someone sees you, it's just like, oh my God, it's just like, yeah. It's not really that, guys. Attraction starts in the mind. And it starts in the spirit first, but it imparts itself in the mind. It tells you in scripture that so a man thinking in his heart, so is he, right? Whatever you think about yourself, the true beliefs that are in the depths of your subconscious mind, the beliefs around your self-concept is what's calling people to you. It's the biggest factor when it comes down to seduction. How you see yourself is the biggest factor when it comes down to attraction and how you are seducing other people. If you believed your mama, who said you was ugly. Now I'm just be real with you. Said you was ugly, called you all kind of B's and H's, disregarded your self-esteem and all these different type of things. That is programming that you are carrying and that you've continued to carry throughout your life, unless you've reprogrammed that to believe something different about yourself. So despite how many accolades that you go get, how many things that you do, it's still not going to outwork. You can't outwork your low self-esteem. You can't out and go get so many accolades. Thank you, my love, for these gifts, these accolades, and think it's going to improve your self-esteem. Secretly, what you're doing is trying to prove your worth. This is how this translates from you trying to prove that you can get good grades in school, all the way to proving that you can go to college and graduate, proving that you can be the first one in your family to go get a good job, all the way up until you done proved yourself and auditioned for a marriage that you're trying to figure out how you done got into. All because you was trying to prove that you was going to be a good wife. So you've been cooking and cleaning and cleaning and cooking and doing all this extra stuff. And then when you actually get that position and you realize this is not what you wanted, this is not who you wanted, you audition for a role because you've been performing your whole life. You've been performing your whole life because you've been performing due to this narrative that you're not good enough. So you've been fighting against the narrative that you're not good enough. And so you are attracting people who treat you like you're not good enough. You're seducing them. You are very seductive to those people because your low self-esteem is seductive to a predator. If that ain't a reason for you to work on your self-esteem, baby, I don't know what to tell you. Your low self-esteem and your trauma is seductive to predators. Why do you think, and I'm going to tell you something as somebody who used to work for the Department of Children's Services, okay, who used to see predators all the time. See, it ain't a coincidence that these people prey on little broken girls, little broken boys, little homeless girls, little homeless boys, because your trauma is seductive to a predator. It's seductive to a predator. And some of us are out here seducing predators. And it's not even anything that you're doing with your actions, because it's right here what you're believing with your thoughts, because it's misaligned beliefs that causes misaligned actions. And misaligned actions are the actions that go against what you deeply, deeply want in your soul. Well, I don't know why I keep doing this. I know this is wrong. I know this is it, because you ain't got down to the bottom of that programming. Because you haven't gotten down to the bottom of what's actually seducing them so you can uproot that. Attraction is a very powerful thing. But it's not just attraction. It's the seduction part. Then it's the attraction. Then it's the entertaining. See, this is a domino effect, baby. It's a domino effect. It's the seduction based on how we view ourselves. It's what you call to you because you're calling them forth in the attraction process. And then it's your decision to entertain what does not support or serve you, but what actually slays you. That's mind-boggling. You know this slays you. You know it doesn't serve you. You know it doesn't support you. Yet you are still so seduced by being treated like trash. Now, where did that come from? Hello. Because not only are you seducing them, but you are seduced by people who treat you like trash, because that's what you know. See, let's get into it. You used to people draining you. That's why you don't have no boundaries with your mama. You don't have no boundaries with your mama. And therefore you have no boundaries with nobody else. And that's why you attract users. Because they're seduced by how much you're willing to give, how much you're willing to do, how much you're willing to disregard your boundaries and all of that stuff. They love it. They live for it. Give me more. Narcissists, really. High level narcissists. Ooh, give me more of that. Oh, you look so pretty without that makeup. You really don't need that. Let me tamper you down so I can keep you to myself because you already got low self-esteem. So let me bring you lower. Let me make you feel like I really, really want to keep you, and you just... And before you know it, you in something that you didn't even want to be in. You are seducing these people. And you are being seduced by what's familiar. So a man thinking in his heart, so is he. That's the scripture part of seduction. Let's go ahead and get into the scientific part of seduction real quick. You know, the law of gravity by Newton. Newton's law of gravity. How it talks about, you know, matter attracts matter. We are made up of matter. And so when someone is attracted to you, there's a likeness within you that attracts them. That's why they came. That's why they came. They didn't just magically appear. It's science. They were drawn to you. We have, as humans, we have gravitational pull. As humans, we have a gravitational pull. People are gravitating to the frequency that you are putting out. That's science. So we got scripture, we got science, and then let's go ahead and get into psychology, because I do got my degrees on deck. Let's talk about it. Psychologically, we are trained to go after what's familiar, which is why you tend to like men who are similar, who have characteristics that are similar to your dad. And if you grew up in a single household, you tend to pick up a lot of the traits of that particular single parent, and you begin to attract other clients and other people who are similar in that manner. See, we go after what's familiar. That's psychological. So I just gave you the scripture, the science, and the psychology behind seduction. Real quick. You go after what you know. And if you haven't put any new knowledge or new wisdom into your mind since childhood about how you see yourself, you are still running off that programming, which is why you allow people to use you, which is why you allow people to mistreat you, which is why you stay in relationships that don't serve you, which is why that translates from you going to your job and being abused, you choosing relationships where you're being abused, and you choosing friendships where you're being used. Let's talk about it. And you think you're going to go in business and people going to give to you? You used to being used. They're going to use you too. They're going to run you up too. That's it. They're going to run you up too. Okay? So let's go ahead and get into how seducing the wrong client. What I'm going to break down for you now that you understand seduction from that point, is I'm going to break down how you're seducing the wrong client. And I'm telling y'all, this is going to work for life and relationships and business. So get your notebooks, get yourself together. I hope people ain't missing it. I am probably going to put this on my YouTube and premiere it tonight at 7 p.m. so people can catch it. Because y'all need to be doing, we all have to be doing better business and better life and better relationships in 2024. Stop seducing the wrong people. Okay? So let's go ahead and get into it. Here's how you are seducing the wrong client. Okay, here are 3 ways that you are doing it. Then I'm going to talk about how that is impacting your sales, and then I'm going to talk about how it's causing you issues with your sacred service. Yes, my love, you can click the link in the bio to be able to subscribe to my YouTube channel and all that great stuff, or get on my email list, or check out any of my products and services. All right, so here are 3 ways that you're seducing the wrong client. When I say client, you can replace client with man if you want to. You can replace client with friend if you want to, okay? But let me go ahead and give you these 3 things because it's pretty standard across the board. The first way that I'm seeing that a lot of women are seducing the wrong type of client or the wrong type of man or the wrong type of friend into their life is that they have a hard time balancing appeal and substance. And what I mean by that is they get the 2 confused. You can be very appealing to the eye and lack substance. A lot of people try to play up the external. I'm going to get really cute. I'm going to look amazing. I'm going to put on the best dress. I'm going to wear the most expensive thing. I'm going to get online and sell and be having all this flashy stuff behind me. You put on a great external presentation. A lot of women put on a femininity mask That's what I like to call it. That's it. Thank you, Holy Ghost. A femininity mask is what a lot of women like to put on. Oh, yes, I'm feminine. You're feminine in a sense of you wanting things to be done by you. You're feminine based on occasion. And it has to be, it's dependent upon a byproduct of men for a lot of women, which is very, 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 very wrong. It's very wrong to do that to yourself. So you put out all these external things. Even for the women who have lower self-esteem, they feel like the appeal has to be everything external, everything physical. So you feel like you need to show everything. You feel like you need to show off. Whether it's showing off in a flashy lifestyle, showing off when it comes down to your body, showing off because you don't feel like you're going to be able to really get the attention that you want. So you lead with sexuality instead of leading with substance. And because of that, you are attracting the wrong type of client, the wrong type of man, the wrong type of friend. And I'm going to give you an example of all three. You want the attention of your client, so you showing, oh, look what I'm doing. I'm in Jamaica. Oh, look what I'm doing. I'm over here. Oh, look what I'm doing. I done bought a new car. Oh, look what I'm doing. Where are your client results? Where's the meat and potatoes of what you actually doing? Don't show off to me what you got. Show me what you can do for me. See, let's talk about it. Show me how you can support me and get me to that level. Don't show off. Because when you do the showing off as a business owner, the minute that people come into your program or whatever you have going and they see they not getting what you got, they gonna be mad. Because your whole vibe is this presentation supposedly of what they're going to get. Women do this all the time with men. I'm trying to read between the lines and catch the game that I am giving you so you can stop seducing the wrong type of clients. Whatever you put out there, make sure it is extremely authentic, because if it's not authentic, you will attract under false pretenses because you seduce the wrong person. And now you get that person in and under you, and this person realize you a phony, you a fake, and you have no substance, then guess what? They want to be done with you. Then you want to holler, oh, you wasted my time, you wasted my energy. No, they didn't. You attracted them under false pretenses due to your false seduction. Let's deal with yourself. You tried to seduce them. And I'm going to tell you, oh, let me show you another way you do it. You're not seducing them, you're actually repelling. When we want to try to do this thing, when we get upset with a person of the opposite sex, we want to get online, or we get upset with a client, we want to bash them online. We want to talk mess about them online. And you think that's appealing. You think that's substance when it's really revealing and repelling. It's repelling to the people who will actually pay you high dollar. It's repelling to the man that you actually want and desire. It's repelling to friends who actually thought that you may be a solid person to connect with. It's a repellent. You repel. You don't attract. You repel. You're not seducing. You are making these people get sick to their stomach of you. You have to find a way to be authentic and to balance your sex appeal as a woman and your substance. There's nothing wrong with having sex appeal. Don't get it confused. I'm very sensual, and it's a huge part of my business model. And if you've taken my Feminine Blueprint Masterclass, then you know that sensuality is a part of it. So everything when it comes down to selling and sales is very seductive. It's a seductive experience. You're being seduced every single day. Again, to be seduced basically means to powerfully attract. If you get thirsty and you see an Obey Your Thirst commercial, you may be powerfully attracted to that Sprite. You are being seduced every single day. Are you seducing the wrong people? And you seduce the wrong people when you put out there and you try to put this appeal out there. You try to put all this out there and it has no substance. That's not seductive to your client. You look unstable. And I'm thinking you, like I said, we can replace client with man or friend. You look unstable. Thank you, my love. Okay? So you do all of this. If you apply all this, it's like if you come to the first date and you look good. You look amazing. It's like you come to the business meeting, you show up on Zoom, you look the bomb. But as soon as you open your mouth, there's no substance. So this is just a pretty presentation. Or either what comes from the mouth is not in balance or in alignment with what is in sight. And that becomes no longer attractive, but you become repelled by it. Another great way to be able to look at this is for those who like to catfish. You putting these pictures online when you don't look like this. You're putting these things out here and this is not really who you are. And then when you show up, people don't want to accept you. Because you're not being real. You seduce them by saying that this is what you can do. You seduce them by the way you look. You seduce them by saying you could cook. And they get over that, baby, you cooking fish sticks. So that's number one. That's the first way that you're seducing the wrong client. Is that what you putting out there ain't really what it is. And you're struggling to balance that appeal and that substance. Okay? Number two, the second way that you are seducing the wrong client. Like I said, you can replace client with man. You can replace client with friend. The second way that you are seducing the wrong type of client is that you are overhyping yourself. You are overpromising and you are under-delivering. Baby, you didn't got on this date. And I'm going to just use a date. This man then start telling you about all the issues and the problems and all this stuff he got going on. And here you go talking about you finna be his savior. Oh, I'm going to help you do this. I'm going to help you do this. I'm going to help you do this. I'm going to be your ride or die. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to prove to you that I'm going to support you because I don't want to be like the rest of the people who's ever left you. Oh my God, I'm signing up. As a woman, you are not designed to carry the load of a man. If that were true, the curse for women would be to work to the sweat of their brow. That's when the Most High was talking, he said we was going to have pains when we was having kids, okay? That's what was the discussion. We're going to have pain, having these children, probably wasn't painful before, you're going to feel it now. Okay, cool. That's the understanding. Men, on the other hand, were told you're going to work to the sweat of your brow. Why are you acting like a man? Why are you acting like a man? You weren't designed that way. You're not going to be able to keep that up. So you're over-promising and under-delivering. So when you cannot save this man from his own life that he won't save himself from, and when he blames you for it, because you said you were going to be the savior, and he blames you for his life not going the way it needs to go, that's because you overpromised and you under-delivered. You got caught up in the hype. And you're doing the same thing when it comes down to your clients. Yes, I can guarantee you that you're going to make $20,000 a month. Just like me, you cannot guarantee that. You cannot guarantee that. So when them people don't make $20,000 a month and they on your dough and they calling you a scammer and they recorded 20 million videos on TikTok, Facebook, everything to let people know you didn't scam them, then you want to be hurt, then you want to be mad, then you want to be in your feelings, then you want to feel these things. But are they lying though? You seduce them. You seduce them with your promises. You seduce them. They were so intrigued by what you're saying, you seduced them. But the question becomes, when you seduce them with your overhype, the question is, what attracted you to them? Because some of us that want to be saviors so bad and that want to overhype, we look for victims. See, nobody want to get in that reality. Nobody want to be for real about that. As a savior, you got to ask yourself, Little Miss Savior, Little Miss Martyr, do you go out looking for victims? Because I feel like you do. Now, what makes you more different than a predator? What makes you more different than a predator in that sense? Because you're going after them because you want something from them, but you clearly see and you clearly know that deep down, this ain't it. See, we look for people to help because it's easier to focus on other people than to focus on ourselves. How you ain't too much different from the predators. Because you looking for somebody to save all the time. So you overhype your role as the savior. And what you don't understand about people that you volunteer to save their lives, when you realize you can't save their life after exhausting yourself to sickness, they gonna walk away from you and still be mad because you didn't honor the promise of saving their life. That's why you don't overpromise and underdeliver in relationships, in business, or in friendships. Stop telling people, I'ma always be here, I'ma always be there. Stop with the always and the never. Calm yourself. Because always and never are forever words that we as human beings cannot comprehend in our minds. We really don't have the understanding. We don't have the understanding of forever. Because nothing on this earth is actually forever. Nothing on this earth is actually forever. What's the difference between overhype and confidence of your work? Confidence in your work means there's results behind it. That's backing it up. There's results. What I'm confident in telling women that I can provide you with a strategy on how you can make 5 figures a month. I'm very confident in that strategy if you work it consistently that you're going to see results. I'm very confident in that. I'm not guaranteeing you that you're going to make that because I can't do that. But what I can guarantee you is that consistency does breed cash flow. That is what I know. Consistency breeds cash flow. So if you're willing to work the process and see, it's a higher probability that you actually will get this done. That's a proven fact. So hopefully that supported you. Okay? Here's another thing too, of how you're seducing the wrong type of client. You're trying to attract or pull them in on a surface level. You don't want to go deep. You don't want to really go value. You just want to do very, very surface level. And that's very, very dangerous. And when I say surface level, I mean you're wearing a heavy mask. You're wearing a heavy mask, and because you're wearing that heavy mask, people don't really know how to gauge you, so they don't want to buy from you. They don't really know what you really value. You just keep talking about the surface level things, the things that are not really getting there. And this is how a lot of people get scammed when it comes down to coaching. This is how a lot of people get scammed when it comes down to relationships and when it comes down to friendships. Y'all got to be able to have a deep relationship with yourself so that you can recognize depth in others. Because some of y'all are getting surface level things confused with depth because you lack depth. Because you're shallow. And I'm just going to be very honest with you. And when I say shallow, I don't mean it in the sense like, oh my God, you're just like dense in essence, but you're shallow with yourself. You don't know yourself. Therefore, everything you hear, oh my God, that's so deep. Baby, what is deep about that? What is deep about that? There's no depth. So getting to know yourself and getting to know exactly what it is that you value and being able to articulate that makes that more attractive to other people. If you are a woman who values marriage, speaking that you value marriage is going to attract men who value marriage. The men who don't value marriage are not going to be attracted to that. But if you don't make that known, if you don't make it clear that marriage is the goal for you and that is where your mindset is, then guess what? You're going to attract the wrong type of people. You're going to attract people who are not interested in marriage. If you don't make it clear in your business plan that you don't work with new business owners, you work with established business owners who have a presence, and you just get out there and start talking about, oh yes, I'm talking to all business owners. No, you're going to attract the wrong type of people. When you get business owners who are extremely cheap or business owners who don't actually align with you, then that's going to end up being an issue. You have to be authentic and you have to be honest about what it is that you value so that you attract properly. It's so vital. It is extremely, extremely, extremely important that you understand that value. You want people to value you. That's how you want them to be attracted to you. And the way you do that is to value yourself. When you value yourself, you won't be looking for external validation from others. And the confidence will speak for itself, which will make you more attractive to the opposite sex, to your client, and to people who want to connect with you on a friendship type of level. So those are the 3 ways that you are literally attracting the wrong type of client. You don't really understand how to balance your sex appeal with your substance, so you give all this sex appeal and you wonder why you attracting the wrong type of client. Replace client with man too if you need to, because you play up, and it's for women, you play up your sex appeal and play down your substance, and you wonder why people only want you for your body. You have to think about that from that aspect, because that's what it is. If all you do is play up how much money you make in your business, you're going to attract money hungry people. It's literally that simple. Again, number 2, honesty. Choose honesty over overhyping. When you start overhyping yourself, like you doing this and you could do this and you can do that and you can be superwoman, when you show up and you can't be superwoman, people are going to be upset with you and people are going to be done with you, because that's what you brought. You seduced them with that. You seduced them with the idea that you're going to be their hero. And when you can't be their hero or their savior, they're going to be upset with you and you're going to be heartbroken behind that. Okay? The third thing is attracting based on what you value instead of just surface level things. That's like connecting with someone just on, oh, we play video games, we connect, whatever the case may be, versus I'm attracted to you because we have the same life goals. Okay? You're in alignment with the direction in which I am going. Okay, so it's very important and very, very vital. When you know your values, decision, exactly. When you know your values, it's easy for you to make decisions. It's easy for you to stick to your boundaries when you know your values. And when you can do this in life, you can do this in relationships. And if you can do it in relationships, you can do it in business, because business is all about relationships. Okay, so that's the first thing. So if you've been wondering why you keep attracting the wrong type of client, man, friend, those are the 3 key areas that I'm seeing that's very consistent with women where they are struggling. Let me tell you how this impacts. And I go over all of this too. If you want to stop doing that and you want to start seducing and attracting the right type of people into your space, check out the feminine business blueprint masterclass. That masterclass is going to teach you how to start attracting clients according to your design, because you're building a business around your design. So this is very important. So let's talk about how that particularly seducing the wrong client impacts you being able to sell your products and your services. Okay, when you market, and I'm going to use the first one, when you don't know how to balance your sex appeal and versus your substance, what you actually have to offer, or when you do balance those things, you attract potential clients that genuinely are interested in your services, because they see a woman who's not afraid of her sexuality, who's willing to be herself, but you also see a woman who is about her business. Okay, and I think sometimes as women we feel like we have to choose one or the other. You just have to find a balance. One thing about me, I'm a very sensual woman. I'm a very intense woman in that type of sense, but I'm also a woman that if you saw me in the street, I command respect, because I have a balance between the two. Okay, when you are aligned like that, it's a higher chance, right, that people are going to be more attracted to you and they're going to convert and buy into whatever you have going on. And I'll use this in a dating era, I'll use this in a relationship era, and I'll use this kind of when it comes down to business as well. Wisdom Masterclass. Yes. You can click the link in the bio to be able to grab it. You can live with Klarna, Affirm, and Afterpay. It's in the bio now. I'm going to use this when it comes down to relationships. When you can balance your sex appeal and you can balance being able to show your substance, what ends up happening specifically is that people get to see a very authentic version of you. They almost get to see themselves in you. They get to see that it's okay to operate from a feminine perspective, from a feminine space, and to sell from a feminine space without selling yourself. Because that is what I don't want y'all to be out here doing. Because sometimes y'all out here selling yourselves, selling the dream. And I just saw something the other day where 2 influencers got arrested for like selling dope. Y'all, please don't be out here trying to sell an image. Position yourself to serve. Okay? Position yourself to serve and know how to use your beauty and your femininity to be able to lure people in, because it makes a difference when it comes down to business. Now, when it comes down to relationships, when you think about like the opposite sex, when you think about men in general, men love women who are versatile. Men love a woman who understands that she looks good, she looks amazing, but she also has some sense. She also has some substance to herself. Like, I hear it a lot from the men in my community and the men around me. They meet a lot of beautiful women that lack substance, so they play up their sexuality, but they're not able to show that they actually have substance. It's very important for you to be able to balance being in the boardroom and being outside with your boo, because that's very, very important. Knowing how to conduct yourself in both areas, because you understand the balance of your sensuality, your sexuality, and your substance, is very important and very vital. There are several men that I have, dated, entertained, or whatever, that are like, I just love how I can bring you into, meetings and different things like that, in settings, and then we could just go kick it. But either way, you know how to present yourself. That's because I value how I present myself. I value my own energy. I value what I am putting out there. So it's very important for you to understand that about yourself. It literally will make you more attractive to clients. You'll start attracting the right type of clients because you are being yourself. Like I said, authenticity will get you in the door. It is your character that keeps you in the door. So stop trying to shun your sexuality, your sensuality, the things, your beauty, the things about you that make you a woman. These are all things that are given to you from the Most High. It's for you to understand these things, lean into these things, and allow yourself to be able to find the balance in these things and knowing how to navigate them. These aren't things you should be ashamed of. These are tactics and things that you literally can utilize in life and you can utilize in business. Find the balance between your sensuality and your substance. I'm telling you, it makes such a difference. You ever seen a beautiful woman walk into a room and she doesn't say anything? She's extremely mysterious. And when she finally does speak, she says something so powerful. They're like, girl, why you been talking all night long? That's the type of woman, that's the type of energy you want to give off. When you speak, it's like people almost wait for cups because it's like your words are like honey coming from your lips. So they trying to catch it. When it's like that, you're not speaking all of the time. When it's like that, there's a balance of being able to be aware of your sensuality. Very important. Okay? So understand that it matters. Second thing is this. When it comes down to the overhyping thing, overhyping over honesty and how it impacts your sales. When it comes down to that, you may get some people who buy in, but you won't get people who continue to buy in, and you won't get people who refer your services. One of the blessings that I've had over the years is that a lot of my services, a lot of my clients have come from word of mouth, from other clients who've gotten results from me and different things like that. That's because I do my best to try to deliver on the promise that I deliver in my programs. So I think it's very, very important that you don't try to overhype yourself. I'm not telling these people I'm going to go and I'm going to do this. I'm not telling men, I'm going to and I'm going to do this. Because we do this is when I don't know why we do this. Well, yes, I do. It's because you're trying to prove a point. Like we say things like, I just want to show you a love that you never had before. Why do you feel like that's your responsibility? Why do you feel like it's your responsibility to save someone from poverty in your business? That's not your responsibility. Your responsibility is to do what you say that you're going to do effectively so that your client can get the result that they're looking for. Point blank, period, the end. Because that over-promising and under-delivering is going to keep a cycle of people not coming back into your life. They're going to buy, they're going to leave, they're going to complain, they're going to get, like, all these things are going to end up happening because you're over-promising and under-delivering. Now, here's what's extremely important when it comes down to why and how this impacts your sacred service. Sacred service is very important if you want to secure clients on the regular. And here's how you do this. You've got to build deep connection and trust. This is the remedy so you can start attracting the right type of clients. You've got to develop deep connection and trust. How do you trust? This is the remedy so you can start attracting the right type of clients. You've got to develop deep connection and trust. How do you You're going to have to start connecting. You're going to have to start letting them see you. You're going to have to start letting them experience you. Okay? This is the same thing when you think about it when it comes down to relationships as well. You got to build connection. You have to build trust in order to build a healthy relationship. Okay? Same thing when it comes down to friendships. All of these things are all in alignment. Sacredly serving is not just limited to you operating your business. Let me tell you something. If you are a recipient of the following blessings, you should be providing sacred service in each one of these opportunities. If you have been given the blessing to be a friend, you have been given the position to sacredly serve. One of the issues I used to have when I was a makeup artist doing bridal makeup, I would have a conversation with the bride and tell the bride, thank you, my love, for these gifts. I would tell the bride, select the look that you want for your bridesmaids. Because what I learned is that a lot of women don't know how to choose the people around them. They will choose women who will get in there and get in my chair and try to outshine the bride by telling me what kind of look they want to look like on her wedding day. Which is why I connect with the bride first to make it very clear about the look that we're going to be giving. You got to be very careful about the people that you select around you, because a bridesmaid doesn't really realize that her position is to be a maid to the bride. Y'all missed that, didn't y'all? People really be thinking the bridesmaids is about them going into the wedding trying to catch them a hot boo, look cute with the paint, post for the gram. Your position is to be the maid of the bride. You are there to provide sacred service to the bride. That's your position. That is your position. And because you don't understand your position, that's why you feel like you need to be front and center. That's why you feel like it's about you. And you really need to start paying attention to the people who are around you who do this. Because it's really interesting. If you have been blessed to be a friend, if you have been blessed to be a business owner, if you've been blessed to be a sister, a daughter, a mother, any role that you have, you are there to provide sacred service. And if you cannot serve from a sacred place, then you need to evaluate that relationship. You need to evaluate that job. You need to evaluate this client, this business, this experience, this man. If you cannot serve from a sacred place, that's why I tell women, stop dating men you don't like. Because you won't be able to serve him sacredly. Stop trying to make somebody do something. This is not going to happen. And you have to start paying attention to that. In order for you to serve from a sacred place, you have to be willing to be vulnerable. You have to be willing to connect. You have to be willing to put the risk of trust out there. And if you're not willing to do that, then you're not going to serve sacredly and people are not going to buy in. If you're not willing to connect deeply, to build trust, to do these things, stop looking for a healthy, lifelong partnership in a relationship. You're not ready. You're not an energetic match for that. You're not an energetic match for clients because you don't trust yourself. You don't connect with yourself. The reason why you're unable to do this with other people is because you don't have a deep connection with yourself. You don't trust yourself. You don't trust your own moves. And you know why that's not happening? Second reason, right here. When it comes down to sacred service. Transformation. The reason why you don't trust yourself, the reason why you don't have this deep connection is because you're not really evolving. You're not really transforming. There are no real results in your life. Therefore, you scared to talk about what you know because you ain't doing what you know. See, that's the reality. You're not implementing the things you know. And see, a lot of us as women, we acquire knowledge. We love a good self-help book. They love to get on here and ask me what book recommendations. I really don't want to give you any book recommendations simply because you're just going to hoard the knowledge. Where's the implementation of the books that you've already read? Where's the implementation of the courses that you've already taken? Where are these things located? Are they not there? Oh, okay. They don't trust you because they haven't seen you transform. They don't trust you to buy into you because they have not seen transformation take place in your own life. So they don't believe you. You ain't made them a believer, and that's your fault. That's why they won't buy in. You think you're going to be able to sit exactly where you are and be able to reap the benefits of a 6-figure, 7-figure business? Absolutely not. You will not. You can't. And I'm going to tell you as a woman right now, It's a huge difference between being a 5-figure business owner and a 6-figure business owner. That's a shift. That's a mindset shift. That's an elevation. There's a huge difference going from a 6-figure business owner to a multi-6-figure business owner. That's a mindset shift. That's a shift going from that to a millionaire. You're not the same. You're not going to be the same. Where's your transformation? That's why people don't trust you. That's why nobody is buying in. You are not seductive to those. You are not seductive to a client who wants to transform their life when you haven't transformed. You are not an energetic match to receive the type of money that they are willing to pay you $10,000, $20,000, $25,000 to transform their life. You got the knowledge, but you don't have the example. You don't have the results because you're not doing it and they ain't finna pay you. So yes, that's why you posting all this content and nobody cares. They don't care. They don't care. You're not attractive to them. You're not attractive to buyers. You're not. Okay? Here's another thing that's causing well, let me say this. Here are some things also that are going to cause some issues. Lack of authenticity, not being yourself, not being able to communicate the value of what it is that you're selling, you're serving yourself, and not connecting with other people is going to put you in a position to where people are going to be afraid to commit to you. I'm going to run that back one more time. Because I promise you, if you apply it to life, of relationships and business, you'll see what I'm saying. Number one, you being fake is why they can't see you, because you're too busy trying to mimic everybody else. Your inability to articulate your substance and your value is why you went from being really attractive when they saw you to being extremely unattractive when you opened your mouth. Okay? Your inability to connect with your emotions and to be a woman because you're so caught up in what you do for a living that that's your identity. All of those things, you being fake, the inability to articulate your value and your substance, and your inability to connect is why clients, men, and friends will not commit to you. Commit as in buy in. Commit as in being in a relationship or be married to you. Commit as in even being your friend. Because you fake. You don't know your value and you lack connection. Why would anyone commit to that? It's giving insanity. If you want to shift these things, this masterclass, the Feminine Business Blueprint, literally, you can take this and you can use it in your business. You can take this and you can apply it to your life. One of the things about me is that the 3 key areas of my genius zone is life alignment, business energetics, and feminine design. I teach mastery of those areas. Yes, my love, it's the same one. It's in the bio right now. You can get it with Klarna Affirm and Afterpay. Here are the things that you're going to learn in that masterclass that's going to shift you from out of the shadows of doing, conventional business models, because I want you to have more of a softer approach, more of an authentic approach, so that you can really sell and create a business that literally takes you to the next level. I wish I could tell you that making this 6 figures or becoming a 6-figure business owner was difficult, was hard. It's not hard. To be honest with you, it's not hard. The hard part was conquering myself. Conquering myself was the hard part. Making money is the easy part. Conquering your demons and dealing with yourself is the difficult part. And the first way that you can do that is stop fighting your design. So in this masterclass, you're going to discover your authentic feminine design. I'm going to help you dive deep, okay, into self-discovery to reveal what makes you authentically powerful, okay? The second thing that we're going to do is that we're going to talk a little bit about how alignment for success matters. And in that, you're going to understand the critical importance of aligning with your true feminine design so that you can really be successful. You do anything other than what's authentic to you, it's not going to work because you're not going to be consistent with it. It's just that simple. The third thing I'm going to show you is how to learn how to harness and channel your feminine energy so that you have a profound impact on the various areas of your life relationships, and in business. You're also going to learn that consistency is very key in business, so I'm going to teach you a consistency framework and help you discover how to show up consistently and authentically. Remember what I tell you, consistency equals cash flow. Okay? You're also going to learn the art of adapting and growing in key areas of executing your plans, evolving strategies, and how to elevate your business to new heights. You're going to get the core elements of a feminine based business model so that you can stop hustling and working hard like the gas station man. Because, like, yeah, no, stop doing that. It's going to give you more of a seamless approach to business. One of the things that I say is that I help women create seamless income. Seamless as in it doesn't have to be difficult, it doesn't have to be hard. You have to lean into what is actually for you. Okay? And then I also have a free women framework. And this particular framework is literally going to set you free as a woman. It's going to give you a structured approach that has flexibility so that you can create the business that actually aligns with who you are as a woman. This masterclass is $397. You can get it with Klarna, Affirm, and Afterpay. I have some other courses and different things up there for you guys if you're interested in getting the support that you need. This has been an amazing live of me being able to really explain the mastery behind the seduction of sales and what that actually looks like and how to seduce the right type of client. Let me know in the comments what questions you guys have for me. I'm only going to be on for a few more minutes because I'm being taken on an activity. I don't know where I'm going, but it's somewhere as a post-birthday thing. So yeah, so I have to get ready for that. But I want to answer whatever questions I can answer really quickly. Thank you. All praise to the Most High. What questions do you have for me? And click the link in the bio. Yeah, to get this, to get more information. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. What questions do you have for me? How is hustling stealing from ourselves? So, hustle by definition means to swindle. To swindle means to steal. So, when you hustle, you actually steal your time, energy, and your attention, thinking that you're getting in exchange for money. Meaning that 9 times out of 10, you're overworking yourself in the areas of time, overworking yourself in the areas of your energy, and shifting your attention in an area that's actually not going to give you the maximum benefit that you actually want. So we tend to trick ourselves, or corporations tend to trick us into thinking, oh, you should work overtime, we'll pay you more. When in reality, they're actually putting more labor and more hard work on your body, whether that be physically, mentally, or emotionally, that is stressing your body, that actually will not come out of your body unless you have a routine where you are constantly decompressing every day when you get off. So they're piling more and more things on top of you. So mentally, emotionally, physically, you're being stolen from. You're losing time, you're losing great energy, you're losing attention that really won't be able to be returned to you. So that's how the hustle steals from you. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. What other questions do you guys have for me? All right, sunshines. I'm not seeing any other questions. DM me if you have any other questions. Myself and my assistant will get back to you as soon as possible. Click the link in the bio to be able to access this masterclass so that you can start attracting and seducing the right type of clients, because you understand and you're aware of yourself, because it makes a huge difference. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I don't know if I'm going live tomorrow. I think I am going live tomorrow, but I hope that you've thoroughly enjoyed this. Get on my email list so you can get some more information about what I offer and what I do. And thank you guys so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Y'all have an amazing, today is Wednesday. So have an amazing Wisdom Wednesday. Thank you so much. I love y'all.